I got approved for my apartment this morning. Welcome to my new kitchen. Oh my God, do I have a story for you.
A quick little tour right now.
I did not bring as much as I thought I did. I also picked up my first little plant. So I only grabbed a few things. Good morning. I got approved for my apartment this morning and I'm so excited about it, but oh my God, do I have a story for you. I haven't filmed in about 2 weeks because this whole getting myself set up here has been the most catch-22 roundabout, so many hoops to jump through. It's been a lot. And so I am so relieved that I actually got approved. The documents should be coming through very shortly, the lease and everything like that. And I think I get the keys tomorrow. So I'm really excited. So we can go and get the keys tomorrow and get myself set up. I can show you the place. It's finally happening and I'm so excited about it. I just ducked out to Whole Foods and I grabbed another bunch of flowers. These are what are they called? The Happiness Bouquet. And they are just an adorable little bunch. It's the same as the orange ones that I got last week and they're only $5.99. And I just felt like it was time to update some fresh flowers. So that's what I'm doing right now. If you're new here or you do need to catch up a little bit, my name is Rachel and I just moved to Washington, DC, and I just moved to the United States as a whole. And I've spent the last 2 weeks trying to set myself up here. And it has been a very complicated process and it was much, much harder than I thought it was going to be. And I'm gonna tell you the story about it. If you don't wanna listen to the story, you can skip ahead. I'll put chapters down there, but oh my goodness. Okay, so 2 weeks ago, I was apartment hunting. My last video will show you all of the other apartments that I went to tour. And there was this one apartment building that I actually kind of came across a couple of months ago. I saw this one really cute little apartment and I asked my boyfriend if he would go and have a look at it. Unfortunately, by time he did go to look at the apartment, the one that I wanted was gone, but they had some similar ones available. I just kind of figured I wouldn't want anything else in this apartment building, and I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna book in a tour. I can film it and add it into the apartment tour video. So anyway, I applied for the apartment. That was 2 weeks ago, and then I finished the application Saturday morning 2 weeks ago. Part of the process is connecting with this third-party company that will do like a background check, a criminal check. They will verify all of your employment details, all of that kind of thing. So they have this little website, you get a PIN code, you log in and you upload a US bank statement and a US tax return. I have neither of those, so I uploaded my Australian ones, but I knew it wasn't gonna be enough. A couple days later, I got a text message asking for more documents and I was like, okay, well, I don't even know what to upload, so I called them. And the guy on the phone was really vague. He couldn't really tell me what other documents I needed to upload. He was just sort of like, oh, maybe you should call the apartments. So I called the apartments and I speak to this first person who was supposed to be our agent, and she didn't answer the phone. So I just assumed it was her day off and I wrote her this really big email. I emailed her and I just am like, hey, this is what's happened. I don't know what documents I need. Can someone give me some insight? Anyway, the next morning, which was Thursday last week, I get up and I get a notification that I have been denied for the apartment application due to lack of documents. And I'm like, I know. I tried to get someone to tell me what the documents were that I needed, but nobody could tell me. So I called back this third-party company and I explained the situation. The guy was very apologetic and was very, very helpful. He was like, there's option A and there's option B. Option A was something that I was going to be able to do almost immediately, but I didn't think it was going to be strong enough. Option B was going to be the strong one, but it involved transferring money from Australia, and obviously that would take like 3 business days. So I ended up opting for option A and I submitted the documents for that because I had 24 hours, which meant by the end of the day, Friday, I had to submit everything. And so I did. Anyway, one of the things that they really, really needed in order for me to be able to apply for an apartment was to have a US bank account. And because I didn't have a statement, because I didn't actually at this point have a bank account, they said that a welcome letter from the bank would be totally fine. So right while this is happening, I go and check the mail and my social security number has finally showed up. So that means I can go to the bank. So I go to the bank and I take in my passport, my social security number, and my visa. And I'm like, can I please have a bank account? And they're like, sure. We just need a proof of address, like a utility bill or something, or a lease that you've signed. And I'm like, but I need a bank account to get an address, but I need an address to get a bank account. And they were like, yeah, sorry, that's the system. And everybody that I have told this story is like, welcome to the US. And it's insane bureaucracy because this is just the way that things go, apparently. Anyway, thankfully there was a way around it. I just had to have a letter signed saying that this is my address. This is my address. I will have to update all of my documents and change everything when I do move. But for the time being and everything to do with everything, it's been that this is my address. So anyway, we get the letter signed and we start the process of a bank account. Great, this is exactly what I need. We get to the part where you need to put in tax information. So they filled out the wrong tax form, but that doesn't really matter in the scheme of things. I already have talked to an accountant. They said it's totally fine and it's fixable like at the end of the year, but they put in the wrong tax form. Then part of putting in the tax form was asking me if I have a foreign tax file number. And I was like, I don't know what it is. And they're like, that's okay, we can come back to it. So we go the whole process through. I get to the end, I'm signing the documents, and one of the statements is to declare that I do not have an international tax number. And I'm like, but I do. And they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna need that. So I had to come home and find my laptop, find my tax file number from Australia, go back to the bank, supply them with that. We had to start the entire process again, but there was some information that was saved, so it wasn't quite the whole process. Then we get all the way to the end, I sign off the forms, and I finally get a checking account. Then I am asking about a credit card because I have no credit here and I need to start building credit. And most banks will have a starter credit card that is designed for newcomers or people that don't have a credit score. So I was provided with two options, and I was under the impression that both of them were newcomer credit cards, but I think I was given a mistake option because I selected this one option and then a few days later I get denied for it. I have to go back into the bank. So I've been into the bank Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and I think Friday last week, but I go back to the bank and they're like, yeah, that wasn't supposed to be an option for you. We would recommend this other one. And I'm like, okay, cool. So we put in an application for that credit card. I still don't know if I'm gonna get approved for it. Still unsure about the credit card stuff. Anyway, I eventually got the checking account. I'm still waiting for my debit card. It has not arrived yet, so I'll get that eventually. But anyway, so I had the welcome letter of the bank for my application for the apartment. Great. So everything was submitted Friday. Wasn't really sure if that was gonna be enough. You know, option A, back to where we are. Option A, wasn't sure if that's gonna be enough to get me the apartment. I wanted to go for option B, which meant transferring, a decent amount of money from my Australian account, which I did. And because it was a large amount of money and it was to a foreign bank account that I hadn't used before, it was flagged for fraud. So I had to call my bank and ask them to release the funds and to verify me and let them know that it was a legitimate transfer. And that's exactly what I wanted to do. And then I had to wait for that to clear into the bank to then go back to the bank to get a statement to show how much is in my account to be able to then send it to the apartment people. And then I think I skipped over the fact that the previous week when I asked what documents I needed, option A and option B, I had to call back the apartment place, ask them to reinstate the application. Then I submitted all the documentation. Then on Tuesday, Wednesday, I was contacted again and I was told that they're reopening it again and I need to submit the last piece of documentation again. And then I heard nothing yesterday. And then this morning, I finally got approved. So that was the most long-winded story of how to open a bank account and apply for an apartment as a foreigner when you're self-employed. It is very, very complicated. It was nothing like this when I moved to Canada. I showed up at the bank and was like, here's my visa, here's my tax number. And they're like, here, have a credit card, have a bank account. And they sent me on my way. There was no questions asked. And even the same with renting an apartment. The system there's a bit different because it wasn't an apartment building. It was just, an individual landlord, much, much easier to deal with. But yeah, it was a whole thing. But I have an apartment and I'm so excited. I can't wait to get the documents and sign them. I can't wait to go and get the keys tomorrow. And now I'm starting to think about what things I'm going to start buying first. Like, how am I going to set this up? How am I going to organize? Like, it's all finally happening. That was a whole story. I needed a minute to calm down from that. I've just pulled myself up a little chair and I have my laptop because now I'm starting to think about all of the things in terms of furniture and organizing. I think we might be going to Toronto next weekend to get my stuff. Next weekend was always the plan, but it was dependent on whether I got my apartment, and because it's all just kind of happening, I'm like, oh my God, I think we're gonna go to Toronto next weekend and then road trip down, which is gonna be crazy. I have made one purchase already, and that was coat hangers. I mentioned a couple videos ago that one of the first things I wanted to buy would be coat hangers because almost everything that I have with me right now are my clothes. And if I'm gonna be taking everything over potentially tomorrow, or at least over the weekend, I want to be able to start hanging things up. So I ordered 60 white felt hangers that are going to arrive here. I figured I would just order them here, mostly because I actually don't know the details of how to order stuff to that apartment yet. So I just figured if I did that, then I could start hanging stuff up in the wardrobe. This week, I guess I should probably figure out some bedding and some kitchen things, but I have lists and lists saved on like Amazon and Wayfair and all of these things. So I'm really excited. I feel pretty organized. I've been preparing for this for months. And what else? Oh, I just started a spreadsheet. I'm going to show you my spreadsheet. I'm actually really excited about it. So I made a little spreadsheet where I'm going to track all of my furnishing expenses because I just want to know how much it's going to cost for me to set up this apartment. I'm trying to figure out a budget, but I thought this would be really cool to be able to figure out how much each room costs. So this is my little spreadsheet. I've got coat hangers so far. The cost was $29.72 for the pack of 60. And then I have this really cool little drop-down menu where I've color coordinated each sort of room. I've got office there. I don't actually have an office space. This is just a 1-bedroom apartment, but I do plan to have a desk. So that's going to be my office and anything related to setting up a desk. But those are my little categories. And then I have a total, I have the rooms, and then I have a total of each room so that as I categorize things, it will all calculate like how much I spent on the bedroom, how much I spent on the living room, all of that. So I'm pretty pleased with my little spreadsheet that I put together. I'll keep you updated with the tracking of all of my expenses and all of my purchases and everything, but I'm really excited about that. Welcome to my new kitchen. Oh my God, I am so excited. I was just let into my apartment. I do have to come back later though because I don't actually have a key yet. It has not been fully set up for me, so I do have to come back later, but they just let me in my apartment so that I could have a look. I hope it's not too echoey, but oh my gosh, it is so much bigger in here than I remember. And this kitchen is just perfect. And I know like the kitchen cupboards are gray and I kind of wanted something that was really light, but honestly, this apartment is so much cheaper than the other ones that I showed. And it has more of the things that I was looking for, but like, welcome to my new kitchen. I'm so excited. Here's a fun little tour of my kitchen. I have my kitchen island. And what I like about this one is there's actually cupboards, which means I have even more storage. There's so much storage. There's even a proper pantry. I've got the white subway tiles, which I love. And there's also strip lighting under the cupboards, which makes me very, very happy. But oh my goodness, this is just the perfect kitchen. And I'm so excited. I'm not sure if I should give you a quick little tour right now, but maybe I'll give you a quick little one. I've got my bathroom through here, which is very cool. Shower is around there, and it's really dull and dark today. This is my kitchen, and then this is my living room. So it's east facing, and I'm not too close to the other buildings. This one is a coat closet, and then this one is my bedroom, which I am very excited about. And then here is my walk-in closet. This was a really bad little apartment tour. I will do a much better one, I promise. But welcome to my new apartment. It's a few hours later and I'm back at my boyfriend's. We just went out to get the keys. So I officially have the keys to my new apartment and I'm so excited about it. And we've decided against taking my suitcases over today because it has been non-stop raining for the last like 3 or 4 hours. And to try and get the suitcases from here to the car and then into the apartment, it's just a bit much because they're so bulky. So we're gonna leave it until tomorrow when it's better weather. Plus my coat hangers haven't arrived yet. So we figured we would just do all of that tomorrow. But in the meantime, I have started to lay out some of my clothes that I will take over with me. These are things that I just know that I won't need in the next week or so. I also have a box of Revolve stuff there. I have a few new pieces that I will have to share with you when I actually start hanging everything up. But right now we've decided because it's raining and it's easier to get ourselves to the car, not the suitcases, but to get ourselves to the car, it's quite easy. We're gonna go to Costco, not to get groceries, but just to get some fuel. And then I wanna go to Marshall's because I wanna have a look at a few like maybe hand towels for the bathroom and hand soap and all that kind of stuff. So I'm really excited. So let's go to Marshall's and Home Depot. having a look at some of the hand towels, and I just found 2 of these blue ones on sale for $4.50, and I kind of want to get them, like one for the bathroom and one for the kitchen. We've just come into the bedding section, and there's this green patterned quilt up here, which is from Laura Ashley, and I love everything from Laura Ashley, and I've actually been eyeing off like a blue version of this, but this one's on sale, and I don't know. No, I'm not going to impulse buy anything right now, but I really like it. They also have a really similar shower curtain, which is really cute, but we'll see. Good morning. I have the first few things that I have purchased for my apartment. I'm starting to get really excited about this. I have my coat hangers for my wardrobe. I also picked up my first little plant. This one is from Trader Joe's. It's a dwarf umbrella tree. I just need to find a really cute pot for it and then figure out where it's gonna go. I wanna get some plants to go in these shelves up here, but I want something I think that's gonna be like a hanging plant. I think that would be really cool. I had shelves just like that in my last place, and I did like having my little plants up in there. And then when I was at Marshall's yesterday, I didn't wanna go too over the top and buy things that later on I'd probably be like, I really wish I didn't buy them. So I only grabbed a few things. The first one being a hand wash. I figured this was pretty necessary for moving into a place, and it's in this really beautiful blue pattern, and this was only $5. And then I grabbed hand towels, also in a really pretty blue color. These were from like the clearance section, and I think they were $4.50 each. And then in a non-home related item, I ended up buying some sandals. I've been wanting some closed in, not white, but like a off-white, really light cream type sandal, and I got these ones. I think these are just so adorable. They're a pointy toe woven sandal with a sling back, and I think these are gonna be perfect for the rest of spring and summer, so I'm really happy about that. I feel like I'm gonna need to wash these hand towels at some point, but I don't have any laundry detergent just yet, so what I might do is I might just hang it up on the oven and put one in the bathroom, pop this here in the kitchen, and then when I can get some laundry detergent in the next couple of days, I can wash them, and then, you know, they'll be good for proper use. I decided to go with white felt hangers because they're really thin, so you can fit a lot of them into the wardrobe, but also the felt catches the clothing, so things tend to not fall off as easy. I've got my suitcase. It's a mix of different things that I just didn't feel like I would need in the next couple of weeks before I go to Toronto and before I furnish everything. And so I have a few clothes that I figure I'm just gonna hang up, and I'm gonna do it on this side of my wardrobe. I've got my hangers there, and I'm gonna start filling this up. I did not bring as much as I thought I did. Maybe when it's all folded up and in the suitcase, it looks like a lot more, but I don't know, it just doesn't look like a lot in here. I have some tops, I have some pants, and I have some jackets. I have one clutch with me. This is a sunglasses case holder, and I have like seeing glasses and sunglasses in there. And eventually I might unclip it all and like hang it from the wall or something. I have spare socks, some jeans and some shorts, and I also have my pajamas and then just some gym clothing. And then down here, I have one pair of shoes. I have the new shoes that I just bought, and then I also have another pair of new shoes because I got a few things from Revolve. They kindly sent me a few things, and one of those things was this pair of shoes, which I think is so cute. I love the heel. It's not very high, so it's gonna be really comfortable in summer, but I think it is just the coolest shaped heel, and then it's just got some crossover straps on the toes, and I thought that these were so cute. On the topic of some new things that I have from Revolve, I also have this really cool tie-up linen type shirt. I thought this would be really great in summer, especially if I go on vacation anywhere. I can just throw it over a bikini and tie it up, and then I've got like some sun protection, you know, which I really like. And then I have two other tops. They both have a really high neckline, and then this little black one has a bit more of a scooped out back. I feel like this is a little more casual. And then there's this top. This top is so cool. So it's a bit structured. The fabric's not as soft as the black one, and it's just very simple on the front, but then on the back, it's completely cut out, and there's 3 straps, one around the top of the neck and 2 around your waist and your lower back, and it's just So cool. I'm so excited to wear these over summer, but I just think this one is the coolest. I feel like I need to do a try on of these on TikTok or something. Let me know if you want to see them on, because I can do that. But yeah, so I have a few new things, and oh my goodness, I cannot wait to go and get my stuff out of my storage locker. The last few things that I have to unpack are just some bathroom things. I've got some extra makeup, some products, like I think this is perfume and skincare. I have my cross stitch stuff, which I guess is just like an activity. I also have my little phone case that I made with Rachel and Erin when we were in Melbourne. We did like a little girls' day out and we made phone cases, which was really cool. And then I also have some diaries and some books and things like that. And then of course my neck pillow, which I need to find a home for. I've decided to make one of the drawers in the kitchen as my temporary random storage. So I think I will put these ones just here into that drawer, and the rest can go into the bathroom cabinets. There just wasn't as much stuff as I thought there was. My suitcase was so full, and I really thought it would seem like more, but I guess because this is very much an empty apartment, it doesn't really feel like a lot when you put it out. I am gonna do one last thing today, and that is put my keys onto my keychain. If you remember from some of my vlogs back in Melbourne, I bought this keychain. Oh, I don't remember which video it was, but I am now going to transfer my fob and my key to this keychain because it's really adorable. It's got like a little envelope with hearts in it and then a little flower pot with tulips in it, I think. So that's gonna be the last thing I'm doing today. There we go. I've got my keys and my adorable little envelope with the hearts and the plant. And it's so cute. So I'm very, very excited about that. I have started a garbage bin in a Whole Foods bag under the sink, which has been handy, but I'm surprised it's filling up because I've got so many things to unwrap and unbox. I now need to figure out what I'm gonna do with this little plant. I gotta get a pot for it. I already looked on Amazon, but I couldn't find anything I want. If anyone has any suggestions on places to find really cute pots, maybe Home Depot. I probably should look on the Home Depot website or just go to Home Depot. I don't know, but let me know. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'm gonna wrap it up here. Do let me know if you would like to see a proper empty apartment tour where I can show you more of the apartment and my ideas and the furniture and the layout and the things that I'm thinking. If not, I'll just see you in my next video as we start decorating and setting this place up. I will see you very shortly.